Yes, today I would love to share with you something that can actually influence your decision about costs associated with production at the farm in the piggery enterprise. So, looking at pig farming and generally farming, because all these aspects can apply in goat farming, poultry farming, and the rest. So the key aspects we're looking at here, what are the production costs? And under production costs, what is going to take a lot of money in production? So looking at pig farming and poultry farming, you find that the input costs you're looking at here are feed costs. You're looking at feed costs. You're looking at construction costs. Of course, we have here land purchase. We have here management cost. We have here, this is labor. And of course, you have here veterinary costs. As a farmer, how are you going to manage the feed costs, the construction costs, the land purchase costs, the management costs, and the veterinary associated costs? You find that a farmer that is not doing things right, but the veterinary costs get higher. Ideally, the veterinary costs in normal setting, in that your management is good, they should be as low as possible, because now there is no need of you treating animals that are well managed, that are getting right feed, that are getting right water, clean water. That means you've invested in automated water systems, and you find that your animals are getting clean water. So the rate of infections are reduced. So prevention is better than cure. So when we're looking at the veterinary costs, we're looking at the aspects of vaccinations, treatments, deworming. How are they at your farm? So this cost can get higher because in most cases farmers are ignorant on what is happening at the farm, and the people running the farm are also not knowing. They're also not knowledgeable enough to say that they are running the farm cost effectively. And some of these activities can actually be done at the farm, like aspects of tail docking, teeth clipping. These are things that can be done at the farm. So when you're looking at feed costs, how best can we reduce the feed costs? We are looking at two farmers or three farmers. We are looking at the small scale farmer, farmer A, small scale. Then we have here farmer B, medium scale, and farmer C, large scale. We have here three farmers. Ideally, a majority of our farmers fall under farmer A. Majority of them are small scale. So how can these farmers that are small scale benefit from the benefits of a large scale farmer? Now, with a large scale farmer, his cost of production are reduced. Let's say this small scale farmer, your unit cost for producing one pig at your farm can go as far as 550,000 Uganda shillings. Someone can convert it into dollars. $1 is around 3,700 Ugandan shillings. So someone can convert this into dollars if you're in another different country. So we're looking at 550,000 Ugandan shillings. So what does a large scale farmer around this amount? So it can be slightly lower than that or even higher than that, depending on changes in unit cost of different feed ingredients. So what does a large scale farmer benefit? A large scale farmer benefits at aggregating inputs. You find that this large scale farmer is purchasing in large bulk, and they are able to source certain ingredients that this small scale farmer is not able to source. So ideally, what should a small scale farmer do to see that your cost of production is reduced? Because what is going to influence all this cost of production is the quantity of product that is produced. Let's say we are all looking at producing 100 kilograms of pork at a certain time period. So if we are going to fix that, we are going to produce this amount of pork at 22 weeks of age, a small scale farmer spends more than a large scale farmer. But if a small scale farmer increases its time on production, let's say you're going to go to 28 weeks old, there are high chances that if you're using poor quality ingredients, the animal is not going to benefit so well. Your time period is going to increase, but also, let's say you're also using minimal cost of production. Those are farmers that are using waste. You're picking leftovers of food at the farm to feed your animals. You're collecting leftovers from school, you feed your animals. But also that is also risky, most especially in pig farming, where we are looking at aspect of swine fever as a key factor that can actually close your farm. So as a large scale farmer, I can buy in bulk. I can have a store and a store in bulk. So other thing is I have the negotiation power in terms of quantities that I purchase. I can order soya, 1 ton of soya per month, or even more than that, or even 5 tons of soya per month. So the cost at which I'm purchasing some of the ingredients is lower, and I'm able to use some of those ingredients used for making concentrates. So you find that if this farmer, small scale farmer, is using concentrate, and as a large scale farmer, I'm able to use those ingredients used for producing concentrate, my cost of production is going to be lower. And the transportation costs are shared, my cost of production will be lower. When it comes to management cost, still unit cost on management, on labor, they are going to drop drastically. At the end of the day, you find that this farmer is producing a pig at around 350 to 400,000 Ugandan shillings. That you can convert into dollars. So that is 350 to 400,000 Ugandan shillings. And there is a high chance that this farmer, this large scale farmer, is able to tell you that we can supply you pork. We can supply you pork consistently. So at the end of the day, they are guaranteeing their market consistent supply, consistent quality, and of course quantity that they are producing. So as farmers out there, what strategies are you going to grow your farm from a small, taking it to large scale? Are you looking at aggregating your resources? You get to a mutual understanding and aggregate resources and produce, because at the end of the day, all of you are producing a product called pork. So if these farmers, let's say this farmer is looking at having 5 sows. This farmer B is looking to have 10, looks to have like also 5 sows. So the 5 sows, if those sows are accumulated by just one farmer, and you differentiate the project in that you're able to produce quality piglets to give to the other farmer that can fatten, that can reduce the load in production, and you're having significant number of mothers producing large number of piglets that you can give another farmer to keep, and you increase your production. Otherwise, if all of us are having 2 mothers, 3 mothers, 5 mothers, and we are pushing our production to finishing, we are producing pork at the end of it all. You find that that chain is long and it's very costly for farmers. So ideally, we need to think about subdividing these production systems, in that we have people that are producing winners and they are able to get into contractual arrangements with certain farmers that can pick those winners, and for them their work is just to fatten. So ideally someone can keep 30 mothers. 30 mothers, your work is just produce piglets. And someone can keep just winners. Their work is just fatten those winners. You can ideally know that I need 100 winners that I need to fatten, and this is the cost required for me to fatten these animals, and this is, so ideally you can easily see how much money you're going to make a winner, because some of these calculations are getting to understand the whole cost of managing a piggery farm. It's not the need, of course, technical expertise for you to see those costs that you're going to incur at the farm. That's why us at Fratel-Farm Agribusiness Limited, we're able to develop for you business proposals, and that you can use as your startup point.